Hello, goobers. This is attempt number 2 because holy moly, do I yap for too long, man. Uh, to summarize what I was talking about, what I've been doing is kind of developing a villain for one of my story arcs. And as I was kind of developing the powers, I started to realize that she scales pretty highly, and I want to really take her abilities to a level that wouldn't be possible earlier in the story. So I want to make sure that she's allowed to really shine with some awesome powers. And to do that, I feel like I need to bring her out into a later era of the story. I want her to be powerful enough that you have those emotional, moments that kind of give characters a little boost, power up. And I want her to be the catalyst for some of my characters, if not at least one of my characters, to power up and have their cool, new power reveal moment. And to do that, like I said, I think I need to bring her out earlier in the story. Now, there's nothing wrong with a villain that can recur and or powers up alongside in a sort of parallel to our heroes, but I don't really know if I want to do that, because I feel like if you build up a villain for too long and then, the fight is okay or anticlimactic, then it's like a lot of story potential wasted when you could have just had another interesting villain and then had them remain interesting, but you don't have to worry about over explaining them too much, and they're not as cool when you get to the eventual fight, right? The eventual big moment between them. So I want to make sure I strike a balance, because I do think there's plenty of opportunity to write a story where this character, she grows alongside in a parallel to our main crew. I don't think I want to do that, but I am totally willing to, because I do see the potential in that kind of story for her. But for right now, I definitely know that I want her to be really strong. I want her to have that moment where she just brings out the most of a character. And so, yeah, I've been kind of brainstorming her. One of the things I haven't really been doing until now was kind of thinking about villains. It's been not really difficult. It's just kind of gone over my mind. I don't really know what I want, right? I don't know if I want some ancient evils. I don't really know if I want just some basic ideological clashes. There's a few things to go down, but I'm thinking some minor, an antagonist, minor shit, characters that are antagonists only for a little bit, that kind of become main characters who are still ultimately good guys, but they're just antagonistic for a season or two. We're talking different clans from Naruto when you were doing their Genin training, all that stuff. When they were doing it was a tournament, wasn't it? I think it was minor antagonists, but at the end of the day, they're characters that are still good, fighting for the right side of things. And kind of akin to just let's say my characters go to a school to learn about their powers. There'd be a rival school. It's oh, this is the East Side school coming in. They'd kind of be portrayed as antagonists only for a little bit, but ultimately they're still fighting for the same cause, the same goodness. I think I might do that for the first set of antagonists, but they're not villains. What I really wanted to develop was a villain for my story, and I have certainly got the blueprints, the very basic blueprints for a villain, and I'm so excited to produce her. I just wish I could draw, because I know exactly what I want her to look like, and I'm really happy for that. I just cannot bring it to life very well. If you'd seen what I have in mind, it's a very basic drawing, but it's at least something. But yeah, I know exactly what I want. I know what she can do, a little bit of that. And Yeah, that's kind of everything though. I've just been developing a villain because I needed one, right? Antagonists, sure, but a villain, I hadn't had anything yet, but now I do, and I'm really excited to bring her to life when I get there in the story. So with that being said, good night and good luck. I hope you all have a good one. Peace out. Bye bye.